All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Dream Team Hangout. We do this every week on Monday nights. So excited that everyone's out there and gets a chance to join us and just get exposure and get to learn a little bit about this wonderful business that we're all a part of. We have an awesome lineup for you guys, and these panelists that are going to be speaking here shortly have tons of experience, all come from different backgrounds. Different parts of the United States, and you're going to get to hear, how they run their DS Domination business and why they decided to actually get on board with this company. So really excited. We have quite a few individuals out there watching us in internet land, so feel free to get those pens ready and that notepad ready and take some notes. Like I said, we have some exciting individuals on here. Again, my name is Jason Estrada. I've been in network marketing for a while. Let's just put it that way, with different companies. First time ever drop shipping though, and really just being exposed to eBay selling. And I actually got started back in May of this year, so fairly new, but have been able to just take this business, in all honesty, to another level. And I wouldn't be able to do this without the little lady in my icon there, which is my wife. Her name is Crystal, and she has my boys, otherwise she'd be back here. As you can see behind me is a crib, along with lullaby books. My office is slowly being converted into a nursery because our family continues to grow. So I'm so excited and very fortunate that this business is helping us provide for this family. So we have a lineup of Drew Martinez is on. Say hi, Drew.
Hi, Drew.
We have Miss Kelly Stanlin on. Say hi.
Hi, how y'all doing?
And Mr. Silas, say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. And Miss Sheila Mott, say hi.
Hi, guys.
Awesome. So we'll go ahead and dive right in. Like I said, we got quite a few people on here, and I know they're excited to know a little bit more about why you guys got started with this business. So I'll open it up actually with Drew. Drew, go ahead and tell us a little bit about your story, your background with DS Domination. What's been your experience so far?
Well, as far as DS Domination goes, I've been part-timing this since back in November, and my prior eBay experience was I lost all my money. I tried selling vehicles and whatever, and that didn't work out, so I left it alone. I was going to do another company in an MLM, and I ran across this deal with copy and paste and be successful, and I thought, no way. So I was like, $20, really? Okay, sure. I jumped in and saw how easy it was to drop ship, and there was a friend of mine who had exposed me to a little bit of how to do this before, a guy who does this for a living. So once he kind of showed me what to do, I did about 9 transactions, kind of drop shipping, but never really got into it. And then once I found I don't know if it was in Facebook or what, but I found just a link that just took me to some deal, and I said, wow, $20, what do I have to lose? So I jumped in and started having some success. And I held a full-time job at the time that I was doing this. So every day after work, I'd go and copy and paste and list something else and go about my day, and just I was curious. I wanted to see what would happen. Next thing you know, I got sales coming through, and I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool. So that's kind of how I got involved.
Nice. Now, I know we were talking earlier, and you mentioned you did have some experience network marketing. Compare this to your prior experience. How much more rewarding is this business and less risk-taking?
Well, I'll tell you what. I've only been in one network marketing company before. It was the only one I needed to really see the big picture. I went to their convention and did all that stuff. But I was out there, hustling and bustling, trying to make every sale anybody came across me, and did all that stuff. And it was an MLM in the old-fashioned way of anybody gets a business card, it comes within 3 feet of you, and all that stuff. But as far as the experience that I got was, wow, there's a whole old school way of doing this that you need to have people come over your house and get people to meetings on Tuesday nights and contact and invite and do all that stuff. And when I found this, I was like, wow, I can sit at my computer and copy and paste and make some money. So that's one of my biggest why I'm doing this, because I don't have to go out and build a team. And by the way, I did build a team of 150 people, and I was still the only one working in that opportunity. So it kind of showed me a lot about the industry.
Yeah, definitely. You're able to actually work from home and leverage that time. I think one of the things that you had mentioned is the whole party scene and kind of getting out and getting involved with network marketing groups and things like that. Really takes away from you. It takes away the point of working from home. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you were able to find this company, and 150 people is quite a bit. Hopefully you're able to bring them all over to DS Domination.
That was back in the day, and I wish I could, but I'm just doing my thing and being a stay-at-home dad. Because a part of my story, real quick, is I became an iron worker. And I was out there building ethanol plants and doing all sorts of construction work, and I hurt my back. So I'm really, I'm not a stay-at-home dad by choice. It's because it's either you build it or what else you're gonna do. You stay home, be disabled. That ain't cool. So it's one of them deals. But I'm kind of that story. I'm the guy with that story. I hurt myself, and so this is what I got to do, or hang out and do nothing.
Well, this is if this is what you have to do, this is a good thing to do. That's for sure. Definitely.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're actually going to take it up to Denver, Colorado, where Miss Sheila is. So I'm excited. Like I said, I've actually got a chance to see Sheila on some previous Hangouts, and along with the other panelists as well. So I'm excited to hear what you have to say up there in Colorado. But tell us a little bit about yourself, Sheila, and why you joined DS Domination and all that good stuff.
All right, thank you, Cole. I joined DS Dom. At the time, I'm an accountant, and for about 25 years. And so I could say basically became a burned-out accountant. At the same time, I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit, always looking for something to do. Got into retail for a little while, opened a store in a mall. I opened an accounting firm, and I just couldn't find the happiness that I was looking for. In fact, the last thing I had was a couple of tax offices, and sold out of that because I really wanted to just work at home, just to have freedom and have the freedom to make a difference in something that mattered. For instance, volunteering. I'm very big in my church, and so I wanted to have the time to be able to volunteer in my big church. And just getting tired of ignorant people, to be honest with you, bosses or business owners, especially when you're in finance and accounting, and you work so hard to help everyone else be successful, but yet at the same time they didn't really, when it all was all said and done, they didn't care about you. So always wanted to stay at home, for many years, tried to look for something, but it's so hard to find anything that's legitimate. And so I was actually looking on Craigslist, just finding something, anything that seemed legitimate, but there's so many scams out there and things like that. And I came across a Craigslist ad, which was actually Trent Weidman, and I was like, no way, this is, no, I'm not sure, because eBay, I've always sold and bought and sold on eBay, just things from home and stuff like that, so I like doing that. And then you always find, there's, hey, I'll show you how to do eBay sales or books, $99, this and that, but I never would fall for those. So it kind of seemed unbelievable and real, so I did some research, and at that time, it was still pretty new. It was September of last year. So there were some new YouTube videos out there, and they were great videos and that. So I thought, well, 1995, why not? Let's try it. So I actually joined in September, but I was still so busy with doing what I was doing, making other people money instead of myself. I just never would get through all the training. And so actually I became full-time in January. Awesome. And basically history from there. My first month I made $464 in pro. And, I wasn't in PayPal jail, so that helped quite a bit. But, of course, for $19.95, I made $464 in January. I was pretty stoked, and I thought, wow, this works. And it just, the sales just kept going up from there. And I would like to mention, out of my own testimony and experience, for anybody who may be in that time where they don't feel like their sales are coming in, or like me, my sales were just going up and up and up, and I was doing so well in eBay. And then in July, something happened, and my sales dropped 90%. And that was pretty tough. You know, you start doubting. The hardest thing is the mindset, the mind game, and doubting and wondering what's going on, and wondering, should I give up? And of course, I wouldn't give up because I saw what it was doing, how well it was doing, and how well it had done for, you know, the first 6 months. But at the same time, instead of giving up, my mindset was, you know, I know that people who are successful as entrepreneurs is you should have more than one stream of income. Absolutely. And so I did everything I could do, or I put everything together I could to get Genesis at that time. I was almost desperate at the same time because I knew I needed something else. I couldn't put everything in one basket. I was doing some affiliate, but I'm not big into network marketing. I've never done it, so mainly I share what I do. Of course, you can't help it. People ask what you're doing, so I have a lot, like family members and friends mainly. But I knew that the streams, I had to have the other streams of income. Instead of giving up, I just dug in. And DS Domination is the best company to ever be into, one company that has so many streams of income that's available. I mean, options is coming up. I'm not even in Monopoly yet. That's a whole other thing. I'm in Genesis right now. That's such a big thing, you know. So I know that if that were to happen again for my sales to fall like they did for 2 months, and now I'm back up to where I was, but, you know, for eBay, knowing that now I'm ready. You know, there's so much opportunity, and so that's the base, and that's why it would be DSD for life. That's just an amazing thing.
DSD for life, I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, well, first of all, I mean, you joined with one of the co-founders of the Dream Team. We have Kenyon and Trent.
Yes.
So, I mean, to come across that ad, that is just incredible. Don't get me wrong, I love my sponsor too, but that's just awesome to come across that ad for Trent. And, you know, he's actually helped out almost all of us, you know, if not all of us on the Dream Team who are affiliates because of the fact that he put together some of that Craigslist training from us. Half of my team, more than half of my team has actually come from that. So you bring up a good point. Now I've actually had roughly about 2 months of experience in banking. Numbers is, I like to always weigh pros and cons, or the risk and rewards of things. So I'm sure you know the term ROI, correct, Sheila?
Exactly. Return of investment, yes.
Return on investment. So you mentioned this business is what, 1995?
Yeah. Start out, yeah.
And your first full month, how much did you earn again? Your first full month going on full-fledged in January.
In Pro, I did $464.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, and then I went elite the next month. I mean, why wouldn't I go elite? And I did almost $800 the second month, and it just kept going up from there. So, wow. Yeah, pretty awesome. For me, it was awesome, yeah.
And then you think about, you know, your why, not only to stay at home, but you mentioned you're involved in nonprofit and community type stuff, church. You mentioned, you know, you're able to give and bless others and pay it forward. And to me, you know, when you're able to do that and you're able to bless others, to me, that is almost, you know, that's just as important as these multiple that you're mentioning. So,
Mm-hmm.
exciting.
Yeah, it was important to me, for sure. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to jump over to Texas now. We're going to go to El Paso, where Chico's Tacos. I love that place. Silas.
Yes.
Tell us what you got going on down there.
All right. Well, besides Chico's Tacos, I'll give you a little bit of my story. Well, I started back in September of 2013. My mom is the one actually kind of introduced me to DS Domination, and I think like most people, I was kind of skeptical about it, but for 1995, I couldn't pass it up, so I was like, well, I could afford $20 a month. I started doing it, and not even by the end of October, I was already making significant amount of money, you know, between $500 and $600. I was able to keep on selling and basically just have some money to pay for stuff for that holiday season when, you know, finances were a little bit tight. After that, things started slowing down, but not because the system wasn't working. It's because I just kind of slowed down on it. I just recently picked up on it a few months ago and started making sales again. I decided that I was just gonna, if I was gonna do this, I was gonna do it 100%. So I went in and bought Genesis, I bought Unleashed, and then I bought Elite. And then within a couple of days of using Elite, I made about $200 just on a couple of listings that I put up using that system and those trainings that it's available. That's always gonna be there and always in the back office. So it was definitely something that helped me out a lot and got me remotivated. So as far as that, I just keep on listing and I keep on putting stuff up and just little by little building back up where I needed to be, and I keep on building from there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, one of the things you had mentioned, is if you're going to do this business, do it 100%.
Right.
Be diligent. So those of you who are out there, be diligent in what you're doing with this business. It's definitely going to take more than 5 listings to start making, significant impact on your income monthly. So be diligent in what you're doing. The other thing I heard you say is, in regards to listing, is what do you list? Actually, let me open this up to you. I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
You don't have to get too specific as far as what you list, but if someone comes up to you, okay, and says, Silas, well, what do you list? What is that magic item? What do you have? I mean, what do you list this time of year?
I list pretty much anything. I mean, I put whatever seasonal. I mean, we're getting close to Halloween. We're getting close to Thanksgiving and Christmas. I mean, you could just put a bunch of stuff based on that alone. Those items start selling. Sorry, excuse me. And it just kind of go off of the seasons and just start listing whatever you can during that season. On top of whatever else, I mean, there's items that just sell all year long. So just keep on listing. Use the training. There's those spider method. There's all the other techniques that are taught. I would just keep using that stuff and just list whatever is already selling and just keep putting it up there, and you'll see your sales grow as well.
I agree. So that's the one thing a question I actually is what you list. We have seen that conversation on Facebook as well. So it's just to kind of put in perspective, there is no magic item. Okay, there's no one item that's going to be a hot seller, because if there was, then everybody would be selling it. But like Silas said, there's seasonal items, there's trendy items, things like that. So you really got to think outside the box. Obviously, DS Domination provides awesome module training that'll teach you different techniques so that it can unveil items that are hot items and that are actually selling this time of year. You get that junk mail. Junk mail comes in the mail. That's marketing for Target and some of these other large companies out there. Think like they're thinking. If they're selling that, then maybe you should be selling that. So think outside the box. So you bring up a good point. Now, do you have any prior eBay selling experience, Alex?
Nope. This is the first time I ever sold, just starting with DS Domination. So I had to start from scratch, just like most people. 90-day jails, PayPal jail and all that. So, but I mean, if you are out of it before you even know it. So.
So let me ask you this, since it was your first exposure to eBay, what were your first thoughts when someone, who was I think you said it was a family member who was a sponsor, when they came up to you and they talked about a business that was as simple as copy and paste, what first ran through your mind?
I was skeptical. I didn't think it was going to be that simple. I was like, man, anything that simple has got to be not real, you know what I mean? But once I got started, I think my biggest fear was really myself, I guess, because I was like, man, I'm going to be my own worst enemy. I mean, either I make it because I make it, or I don't because of myself. So
you definitely said, you bring up a good point is, and I actually posted something on this not too long ago because, again, something popped in my head. Skill and will, those two things, yourself. If you have the will to want to succeed and you're actually teachable, and you can actually copy and paste and listen to these videos, then you will be successful doing this business, because it's really that simple. This isn't definitely science. This isn't something crazy. Drop shipping has been around for a long time. So for those of you who think this is a brand new concept, DS Domination, yes, has brought it to another level. However, drop shipping has been around for a long time. And they've basically put a roadmap out there for us to follow. And if we're able to follow that to a T, you will be successful doing this business. So thank you so much for sharing. Now we're going to actually go to about as far as you can go from my state, Arizona. We're going to go over to Florida and talk to Miss Kelly. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, Jason. Thank you so much. I actually have been in DS Domination I'm about to have my 10-month anniversary, and I absolutely love it. About a year ago, I went part-time in my current business that I've been in for 21 years, which is the ballroom dance business. And shortly after, I realized that working part-time was just not for me, personally or financially. I like to constantly be doing things and learning and just acquiring new skills. And I also like to acquire nice things as well. I have a 14-year-old daughter who loves electronics. She loves designer clothes. So I needed something else. And I just really didn't have the desire to go full-time again in the dance business because I wanted to learn something new. I had absolutely no online network, affiliate, marketing, any kind of business experience like that. However, I did know I wanted to do something from the comfort of my own home. I have 5 cats, and I love spending time with them. They're on the cat tree with me right here, right now. Nice. And I like having the freedom, to be there for my daughter. So I just wanted something that I could do from home, but yet something that I could be serious about. So I began my online business opportunity search, and oh my gosh, it was a bit overwhelming at first because there are just so many things out there. And when I came across DS Domination, a couple of things really stood out to me and grabbed my attention. The first thing was I did not have to sell products to friends or family, which was very appealing because I had no interest in doing that. And then the other thing was I didn't have to recruit. At that time, I had absolutely no interest in recruiting anyone. I just wanted something that I could learn, do myself, be responsible for myself, just sit in my office with my cats, and just earn a good living. So, $19.95 for a business opportunity is a very low risk. As I researched it, I thought, what's the worst case scenario? I spend $19.95 and I learn how to sell a little bit on eBay. It's like, to me, it was a no-brainer. So I joined and I followed the training exactly like I was told. Got listings up, had sales within the first couple of weeks. I have profited every month since then. My business is continuously growing. After about 6 months, I did this for 6 months and I was very quiet about it. I didn't tell anyone. Didn't even tell my family what I was doing because I'm just kind of that way. I was a bit skeptical and I just wanted to get in there, do my thing, and see what happened. And because I experienced so much success, 6 months in, I thought, oh my gosh, this is such a great thing. I've got to tell people about this. This isn't something I can keep to myself. Yeah, it's just... It's a great thing. So I decided, I should become an affiliate, and it's not. Didn't really do it to get the recruiting. I don't work the affiliate side. It's just not really me. However, I'm smart enough to know that the world goes around all businesses based on referrals. So if I'm telling people about this, I obviously want to get credit for it. But what I love doing is hearing the cha-chings go off on my phone. That's where I really get my kicks, I guess you could say. I live for it, and I enjoy the listing. I enjoy fulfilling the orders. It's just what makes me happy. And then the affiliate side for me has just been a bonus. Yeah.
That is so awesome. You mentioned a couple things that I actually want to touch on with you. It's the multiple streams of income. Now, with that, and I really want to just touch on it. You said recruiting is not required with this company. How excited were you to actually find not only a work-from-home business that you could spend time with your cats?
And my daughter and husband as well, but yeah.
Oh, okay, and your husband. We'll throw him in there.
Yeah.
Not only that, we're have to recruit, to make an income. So you have a wife, you have a husband, and whatnot, along with your side business of dancing. How do you plan your day when it comes to this business? What do you do to set aside time and dedicate time to actually to listing, or maybe to even the marketing piece because you're in a family?
Absolutely, yeah. Time management is definitely important. What I do is I every day, Monday through Friday is the same for me. I get up, my husband and I do our morning walk, and then I sit down usually at about 11 a.m. Eastern time, and I list or do a little bit of basically listing and training. And I spend about 3 hours a day doing that. Probably a half an hour is fulfilling orders. So realistically, I spend about 3.5 hours a day. I do come home and check my listings every night, obviously, and fulfill any orders that I need to. But on the weekends, if I'm in the mood, I list, but I don't have to. I really try to focus on the Monday through Friday, and I would say about 3.5 hours a day, and it just fits well because I do still work part-time. I go into work at 5 o'clock. So having about that 3 hours home alone, my daughter's at school, my husband's already at work, it's just perfect for me. It's me and the cats, 3 hours in the afternoon, and life is good.
That's awesome. 3 whole hours, and you're earning significant income.
I'm very happy with what I'm earning. Obviously, my mission is to continue to grow and build. This has been a learning experience, just brand new for me. Doing something online, it's been like going to business school, only I'm getting paid to be there. I don't have to pay, which is great. And I see this as something that it's just it's continuously growing. The dance business has been a part of my life since I was 18 years old, and it's a wonderful business, and I will die in the dance business. And after 10 months of being with DS Domination, I already feel the same way about this. This is exactly. This is it's a part of me. I've met a lot of friends, made a lot of connections, and it's just really a part of me. I love it. It's growing. I can't wait to see where I'm going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. This is really my retirement investment fund because unfortunately I can't rely on my dancing, when I'm much older. So this is great for me.
That's awesome.
I'm blessed.
Definitely. Hey, well, everybody's watching this because we haven't. You can see everybody pretty much that's on here is DSD for life so far.
Yes.
We're taking more. So if you're watching this, 1995 return on investment is awesome. You will not regret it. For less than $20 a month, Kelly, everybody on this panel has said it. It's been rewarding. On top of that, it's a low risk business. So I wanted to share, in regards to myself and how I kind of run my business here in Arizona. My wife and I both actually drop ship, so I do have the support of my significant other, which has helped out quite a bit. She actually does more during the day, and I try to, watch and corral our kids. We have 4 boys. I got 11, 8, 2 years old, and 7 months. So our hands are full. But again, we still get it done. So it works a few hours during the day, putting up listings, fulfilling orders, and of course the customer service piece that comes with this business, which goes a long way. And then I am a night owl, and so is she. So we kind of fight over that. But we'll in the nighttime, is when I like to get some things done as well, from listings to fulfilling orders even as well, and then also the affiliate side. If you're on this hangout with us and you don't know what the affiliate side is, the affiliate side is it's optional, A, but B, it's an additional stream of that we can take advantage of by literally sharing this business with those that we love, with those individuals who are just interested in earning an additional stream of income. We've had firsthand is we had Miss Sheila find this blessing, this wonderful company, DS Domination, through Craigslist, and I've had multiple people get in contact with me through one of those media streams. So I'm going to actually take it back to Sheila real quick. I had a good question for her because I was curious. You've gone with this full-fledged back in January, so how do you operate your business? What time of days do you do, and what do you set aside to dedicate towards DS Domination?
For me, it's a little easy. I do this full-time, and so I have quite a bit of freedom, and my kids are grown. And that my husband works during the day. Although he's really excited about what I'm doing, so he's starting to talk about maybe joining me. So that would be pretty cool. And my kids are adults, and they're doing this as well. So, for me, I'm not a big planner, honestly. So I just kind of get up and just do what I do, just do whatever I feel like doing. But I do work on my eBay every single day. I work my business every day. If it's a Sunday, I try to take a day off or whatever, but it's nice because, if something comes up with family to do something, I'm not stressed. I don't have to ask anybody if I can go do the things that I enjoy doing. But even on Sunday, Sunday I try to keep not do any business, but even Sunday night before bed, if I have any orders, I'll fulfill them really quick, things like that. So for me, it's pretty open. It's pretty awesome. I worked really hard for lots of years, so for me, this is almost like a easy money vacation. I don't know how to say it, but it's pretty great for me.
Oh, easy money. Easy money. That's so awesome. So that's funny. You're like, I've been planning my whole life. You've been having an agenda and doing things for other people and helping them make money. Now it's your turn. And you're like, oh, I do this full time, so I just kind of do it when I do it.
Right.
I'm going to actually get a laugh out of that. I'm wearing a collared shirt. I'm trying to keep it a little business casual today, but I do the same thing like Sheila. I keep it really kind of, I should say, business casual, and I kind of do what I do. So I'm going to give you guys a quick laugh before we go to the next person. I got the business shirt on. Can you see it? I'll stand on my chair. I don't care. I got my pajama pants on, people. So you can do this business in your pajama pants while still wearing a nice collared shirt and join the Dream Team on a hangout. So have fun with us. I love this business, and paying dividends, and really, really exciting. So I'm going to actually take it back to Mr. Drew, workout quarterback. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I'm glad you stood up, bro, because I work in my pajamas every day almost.
It's the most comfortable way to work, I'm going to be honest with you.
It is, man, it is. And, something that came to my mind is what Sheila was talking about, and what you guys have been talking about this whole time is multiple streams of income. And I'll be honest with you, is once I figured out that I wasn't going to be able to do this MLM thing back in the day, did a whole year and all that, I went into trying to figure out the industry. I went and followed magnetic sponsoring and learned all this stuff, and MLSP, started learning this concept called attraction marketing. And I really just went 100% into learning what that was all about. And I'm here to tell everybody out there that's listening that if you guys have ever heard about attraction marketing, it's all right here in the Dream Team. The system is the solution, and the system is here. I was learning how to build this and build that, build yourself a blog, use an autoresponder, do all these things so that you can market your opportunity. That, again, you still had to recruit people to get into your business and get paid on. It's all here, and that is what I want to share with you guys as far as the status of my business, my eBay side of things. I'm not the only one that's hurt. I had a brother who's living with me now. He flew out his Tahoe while he rolled it, and he lived to tell about it. So he's disabled. He's living with me. So he can run a computer, you know. So I'm teaching him how to drop ship. He's already having success with that. So I'm giving him everything that we've got as far as, you know, the training and everything, so he learns how to do that while I go play with Genesis, because Genesis is that's retirement, man. That's my retirement, and it's fun. Genesis is fun at the same time. As far as the affiliate marketing goes, with the focal point and the whole thing that is already there, I just stay close to this thing. Anytime somebody goes to my website or I get an email about this, I got a 1-800 number. I got a full-fledged business in my pajamas, bro. And that's the status of.
I'm gonna have to find a domain, you know, drop ship in your pajamas or something crazy.
Right?
I'm spending that dollar, dang it. You bring up a good point. The exposure you get to attraction marketing. You know, let me just say this. You know, aside from what we have in Dream Team, because the training in general, aside from drop shipping, the marketing, attraction marketing training is something else. Trent is just such a wizard. Kenya, Alessandro, they come up with just some ridiculous, awesome training. So if you're looking for a business and you want the support, you're definitely going to receive it. Not only from them, but we have our Facebook page as well. And when it comes to attraction marketing, the reality of it is people aren't going to join, you know, DS Domination just to join DS Domination. Many times they're actually joining you, not necessarily the business. So you got to be attracting to those individuals. So keep that in mind. You know, not only do you have us on here, hopefully you're on here because someone invited you to come on the Hangout. That's the point. Is we have a variety of panelists here who have different backgrounds, and we're all able to build this business however we want to build it. You know, like Drew just said, building this business and making an income and having fun while we're doing it, all in our pajamas or however you want to do it. So I'm gonna take it to Mr. Silas one more time here. You know, I'm curious, and actually, we can, you know, you guys can chime in as well. But you know, what was your reaction when you first heard that cha-ching sound?
I think, I don't know. I mean, it was kind of exciting. It was like in the middle of the night, so at first it scared me. I didn't know what was going on, but after I realized what it was like, it was kind of a little bit of an adrenaline rush, like knowing like you just made your first sale. Things are only gonna get better from here, and then, you know, of course, throughout the days, you know, you hear more cha-chings, and it's just like, man, it's kind of like a addiction. You just want to keep on hearing it, and so you keep on listening until you get all cha-chings you can get a day. So.
Gotta love that sound. So when you got it in the middle of the night, did you actually get up to go look at the sale or go fulfill the order?
I got up and looked at the sale, but I went ahead and fulfilled it in the morning. But I mean, it was almost like 4 in the morning, so I figured I had a couple hours. I'll go and fulfill it in a couple hours. But yeah, I was just it got me excited, so I was very excited about that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, how long did it take you from when you got serious and you got that first cha-ching? How long after you got up and running and on board with DS Domination did it take you to get that first sale and hear that sound?
Once I got going and got everything set up, it was probably it was the third day, that third morning that I was part of DS Domination that I got my first sale.
And then obviously that's after you went through our 19 modules, which is required. So it could take a day or two, and then realistically, right after you started listing, you got your sale. So that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Mm-hmm. All right. So actually, I'm curious. I want to know where everybody was or what time of day you heard the first sound of cha-ching, and what your reaction was. So let's go to Sheila.
I was actually cooking dinner, and I had listed probably 5 or 10 items, and it was only maybe the next day or so. So I was really surprised. And I was cooking dinner, and the family was in the living room. And when I heard it, it's just such an excitement. It was so strange to just be that excited over a sound. And I was jumping up and down and kind of dancing. And my husband's like, "What in the world are you doing? What is going on?" And you thought I had won the lottery. And I did a jig probably for months. I mean, every time it went off, and even now I still just kind of like, thank you, Jesus, or like, fist pump my husband, that kind of thing. I mean, it's still to this day exciting. It's pretty fun.
That's honestly, I think that's like one of the best parts.
Right.
So, that's awesome. You said you did the jig. Yeah. All right, Miss Kelly, what about you? Do you remember that first sound?
Oh, yeah. I missed the first couple because every time I get a sale, my phone was on silent. So I started refusing to put my phone on silent. And oh my gosh, I didn't know when I heard it really what it was. And I'm like, okay, well, I haven't heard this sound before. It's nice and loud. It's something different. It must be a cha-ching. And sure enough, I look at it, there it is. And I love that we get them back to back. You know, double cha-chings because you get the one from eBay, then the one from PayPal. Oh my gosh, I live for that sound. I mean, now what I do, I get the sound, I post it up on Facebook, and that's the way I reward myself. I share it on Facebook because it reminds me, you know, what I'm doing is real, and it's real money, and I love sharing that. So, but yeah, I live for the cha-chings. I think everybody that knows me knows that. It's like the best part. It's an addiction. Just like Silas said, it's an addiction.
Oh, my goodness. DSD for life.
Yes.
Awesome. That's so awesome. Drew, where were you at?
Oh, man. I can't remember, bro. I got so many.
I know.
That's a good problem to have.
I'll tell you what I do share on Facebook a lot is one of the biggest things that we can brag about as members of DSD is the emails that I get about revised items and the insights and all this stuff. Is like I don't have to be running back and forth to make sure that I don't run out of stock or something happening. With me, my phone just goes off and I got these big old 2 P's that say PayPal saying I got money. Hold on, baby. And I know that my item isn't going to run out of stock, and if it does, you know, it's cutting the listing off or the price goes up. That's amazing. That's automation to the fullest, if you ask me. And so I just like watching my phone. I'm always by my phone, making sure I got sales or whatever.
That's awesome. Now, you actually brought up a real good point, you know, in regards to the software. So, like I said, you know, if you're on here, this is drop shipping to an extreme. You know, our software that we have available, 1995 is going to go a long ways. Let me put it that way, because you're going to have the support of the Dream Team, definitely the #1 team out there. You know, our leaders are awesome. Everyone on our team is awesome. You know, but on our back office, DS Domination, you got our owners, of course, Roger, Hitesh, and Kevin, who have put together, you know, basically this, I can't even, armory, if you want to put it that way, of software for us, where this business, you're literally able to get started and put it on autopilot. We not only do we have, you know, what's called listing integrations, we have other software out right now that's been helping me personally quite a bit. It's called Supremacy. If you guys haven't heard about it, you will. And if you're new to this call, don't worry. You'll get exposed to it very quick. But again, it's just another way to put your business on autopilot when it comes to just basically customer service. If you want to have a virtual secretary, in a sense, Supremacy is her name. So take a look at that. If you're on here and you're a current member of DS Domination, please dive into that. If you're new to DS Domination and you like what you heard, definitely get with those individuals who invited you on this hangout. I'm so excited. It was a pleasure of mine to be able to host this week's hangout. You guys are all very, very awesome. Drew, Kelly, Sheila, Silas, I appreciate you guys being on this hangout with us. Get started now. The Dream Team is the best team you want to be on. Be your own boss today. You won't regret it. I guarantee you that. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Thank you.